Good morning, Real and Raw. We are up here at the farm this morning. It is December 20th, and we are here to cut some trees down today. So we're not cutting these down, this beautiful holly here. We might need to trim it up at some point, but it actually offers us some shade at the front porch in the middle of the day. We got a beautiful cherry laurel over here at the pump house. Might need some trimming off the pump house. It's kind of getting into the roof there a little bit, but we're here after some bigger trees today, and we do have some background noise in the back because the DOT is widening the road, so bear with us on that. But what we're going to be working on today is we've got a tree service coming in, and they're going to help us out with some difficult things. So we have got this oak here in the back. You can see it does have some vines and stuff growing up it. We're going to hopefully tend to some of that too. But this main leader branch off to the right there, it comes out and kind of hangs out over the house here a little bit. It would be on the difficult side for me to do, nearly impossible for me to do by myself. So we're going to have them take that one main leader off, and then we're going to be left with a nice shaped tree after that. These other trees off to the side over here, we got a cherry and I think a maple and so forth. Those, I'm going to probably take those myself, maybe later in the winter, not today. But mainly they're going to get this one branch hanging out over the roof here for us this morning. And then way in the back there, we're going to walk around on the neighbor's property, but way in the back, there's a cluster of cherry trees we're going to get, and we'll show you those here in just a second. All right, so we've made it around here to the back of the property, the front corner here off of Brick Mill, right here where this telephone communications building is. And you're going to see this cluster of trees here. Looks like 4 main trunks. There's a couple other smaller ones in there that are already dead, but these 4 main ones, and they're hanging up over the neighbor's fence here. We don't want to have them fall on the fence, so we've hired a tree service to take care of these for us today, and that's going to help us out a great deal in getting some sun into some areas of the property where we would like to provide or do a fruit forest. So we are going to most likely leave this privet bush here as a little bit of screening. It's low, it's not too bad. But as we come down this fence line here, we are going to be removing some of these trees. I've already begun removing some of them to clear the fence line. But yeah, today it's going to be these right here, and you can see they come out over the fence line. And we'll continue then working on getting this privet out. And this area back through here will be part of our food forest. We'll be planting fruit trees, fruit bushes, things like that. I don't know if we have any plans to do any nuts, but we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. It will most likely stretch all the way down to here as we go. We do have the neighbors have a very large oak tree here, which does give us some shade in the afternoon in the summer months. Not so much during the rest of the year, but mainly just in the peak of the summer. So we're probably going to be stopping somewhere around there. But there are a couple of trees we may try to save in here. There's a couple of box elders. I know there's some good and bad things about them. There's one right here. There's another box elder down here that at this point we're going to save and leave in place just for a little bit of extra screening. They don't provide much, but some of these box elders, but for the rest of the stuff, it's going to probably be cleared out here shortly, within the next couple of months, or even sooner than that, so that we can take the optimal time to plant up in through here. See the house through the privet now, and there's the communication building. So it'll offer some nice screening in the future, not so much now. Yeah, you can see here these cluster, the main cluster of 4 there. It's quite big. It's mainly cherry, I believe. I'm not sure if there's an oak in there or not, but I think it's mainly cherry. I do see one piece though has some mistletoe up in the top, which we'll be getting that for Janice today. She was asking if we had any, and we used to. When we had our huge oak tree, we used to have ample supply of mistletoe, and so that was nice around the holidays. But I will take you out front. There is another thing that they're going to be doing for us today. I'll show you that here in a moment. So we're back up front here on the driveway. This is the other thing we're going to have done today. They're going to take this down for us. This is what's left over from the large oak tree. That trunk is approximately a 6-foot diameter. The branches on this tree were about 3 feet in diameter. They came off in all directions, and this tree had a spread of about 125 to 150 feet. It reached all the way over to where that porta potty is sitting, and it reached all the way over the house, all the way out into the road, all the way down there towards the Magnolia. Not quite to the Magnolia, but close to it. So tree service today will bring the equipment so that they can go ahead and cut this and get it on the ground for us at a minimum. I do believe that the inside is hollow. We're going to find out today, and if that's the case, we will probably cut it up into firewood if we can manage it. If not, we may have to pay to have it removed. Hoping not, though. So we're gonna go with this today. The tree guys are here now, and they are setting up, getting their ropes tossed up into the tree so they can go ahead and take down that branch that we talked about earlier, right there to the right in the center tree. So much for a big deal. Look at that area. Hello? You gotta use that tractor to this bolt force on direct when they drop the tree. And start cutting. Put another cut of that one. You climb around here. I want to see them. And the early ones on this one. Skinny ones and big fat ones. So we're about to take down this big one here. The guy has cut the notch out. I think he's about to start cutting the back of it. Here it comes. There it goes. Now, down it is. There it goes. Okay, we're up front here now, and they are working on this big trunk from this old tree. Be interesting to see, but it looks like stuff's pretty rotted in there. See dark colored wood coming out. So they got that rope wrapped off around that one bunch of privet. And as they cut this, they use that privet stump there as a brake with friction on the rope to slow it down and guide it where it's going to go and fall. Here we go. This is the last tree. And change the angle on this. If we get a little bit of look at it. So he's now cutting the notch out. That's going directly like the tree to fall. They've got a rope on there. Down through the skid steer tractor. You see it kind of hanging there, man. Not sure if the phone is picking it up. Skid steer tractor. Created quite a lot of margin than I had there before. Still working on the dog. Tension the rope. And go on the backside. Oh yeah, gotta get the eye. Now we're on the backside. This is the tree right here. Going on. It took out definitely that privet that I wasn't counting on coming out, but just have to deal with that. And, they're working on kind of cleaning some of this stuff up and getting the rest of the logs in place and the stumps cut down. I think we'll head around front, see how that big stump's doing. I imagine they're going to be heading over there momentarily to go ahead and push that down. Hopefully they got it cut all the way through. All right, they tried pulling it here, and it didn't do anything. They had cut all the way around it with their chainsaw, and it didn't do anything. And now they've got a rope on here, and they're trying to cut it some more. So here's the view coming down for our property and how it looks now with the tree gone. So that's what it looks like. All right. here it is with the stump down. There is our missing stump. That's what it looks like when it's down. And what we're about to do now is to count the rings. So that'll be exciting. So we are out here at the tree stump, and as it's laying down here, it is up to, well, it's above my chin. Right here, it's above my chin as I'm standing next to it. And it's really difficult to count the rings on here. We're gonna have to clean it up a bit, I think, before we can do that. I'm not sure the best way to do that, but there, you can get an idea. The van is parked behind it, and they're totally hidden behind the stump. So, and here is this part of it here. So you can see that a good bit of it split down the middle, starting to rot, and that's where it's going to be difficult to count those rings. So we'll figure it out somehow, and we'll try to get an accurate count for you sometime in the future.